Hi, and welcome to the Balancing Act Local Edition. I'm Monto Williams. We're bringing you community stories and introducing you to businesses and influencers who are making a difference. So let's see who's making news right here in your neighborhood.
On this episode of The Balancing Act, you'll hear from a trusted legal guide on important topics such as employment rights and workplace discrimination. Learn about an array of support services for children and adults with autism. Tour a high-quality independent living facility for seniors, plus lots more. Today on The Balancing Act.
Up first, a story not to be missed.
Have you suffered workplace discrimination, harassment, retaliation, or wrongful termination? Hiring an employment attorney is an important step if you are facing these issues related to your job. The process can feel intimidating and overwhelming. Meet the experts from GTG Law, who have some tips on how to help make the law work for you.
Someone would need to hire an employment attorney for two main reasons. One, they're not getting paid properly, or number two, you're suffering some form of harassment, discrimination, or wrongful termination in the workplace. Here at GTG Law, we have a motto. It's called aggressive protection of your rights. What that means is that we aggressively litigate your claims. We truly care about the situation that you're encountering with your employer. We want to make sure that you understand the process and that you feel comfortable. Most people, when hiring an employment attorney or any attorney, think we're mean individuals or expensive individuals and that they can't afford to hire an attorney. The good thing about employment claims is that these claims are taken on a contingency basis, meaning you don't pay anything until we get a result.
It's important for you to understand that the law is on your side. In California, you are protected by a strong network of federal and California employment law statutes, rules, and regulations.
One aspect of employee rights in California is umbrellaed under what we call wage and hour laws. Wage and hour laws include overtime pay, meal break, rest break pay, and even if you're not receiving your actual hourly or salary pay. That's something that we here at GTG Law help employees with. In California, not all law firms practice employment law. Employment law claims include wage and hour claims and wrongful termination claims. What they do not include typically are workers' compensation claims. The main factors that you should look into when hiring an employment law attorney are how many years have they practiced specifically employment law? Do they have a team that is attentive, that answers your phone calls? What is their track record? Have they taken cases to trial and received jury verdicts? You want to make sure that they are licensed to practice in the state of California, that they've passed the California bar, attended law school at least 3 years, so they can help you with your employment claims. The benefit of hiring an employment attorney on a contingency basis is that the employee or the client doesn't need to pay the attorney a retainer or money every month to pursue these claims. Instead, the attorney gets paid on a contingency basis, meaning when there's a settlement or judgment in the client's favor, that's when the attorney gets paid for their work.
Gavril and his team offer knowledge and experience in all areas of employment law.
The first step in pursuing your employment law claim is to contact an employment law attorney. The best way to contact GTG Law is to go to our website and fill out a consultation form. Once you fill out the consultation form, an attorney or paralegal will contact you to discuss the next steps and see whether or not there are employment claims to pursue that the firm can help you with. The ultimate goal in pursuing your employment claims is to receive compensation. There are two ways you can receive compensation when pursuing your employment claims. One route is receiving an out-of-court settlement. The other route is taking your case to jury and the jury reaching a verdict to award you compensation for violation of your employment rights. In order to pursue an employment claim for discrimination, retaliation, harassment, or even wrongful termination, you need to fall under a protected class. What are typical examples of protected classes? Your gender, race, whether you have a disability, even your religion. What you can expect from us is that we will communicate with you, we will be attentive to your concerns, we will answer your questions. So although you may not speak to an attorney every day, you will speak with someone that's part of the GTG Law family. One of the most common misconceptions that we get here at GTG Law is that that we handle workers' compensation claims. Another common misconception when pursuing employment law claims is that these claims resolve within a month or a day or a week. It'll take at least 2 or 3 years before you receive some sort of compensation.
Whether your matter is ultimately resolved in or out of court, the ultimate goal is to make sure that your rights and interests are protected every step of the way.
We focus on employment law claims, but we also can assist in your wrongful death claims or car accident claims. GTG Law is the perfect employment law firm because the most important result is our client's happiness.
To learn more about GTG Law, visit the website at gtglaw.org or see the segment again on thebalancingact.com.
The hard work nonprofits put in to change lives is remarkable. Take a look at this.
Did you know that over 75 million people worldwide are on the autism spectrum? Many adults with autism face challenges in finding and maintaining employment, with about 75% currently unemployed. Nolan Community Services is partnering with these neurodiverse individuals on their employment journey, providing the necessary support and accommodations to help them thrive in the workforce and contribute their unique talents to society.
Nolan actually began as the Autism Society of Los Angeles in 1975. A group of parents just said, my son, my daughter deserves better than the kind of services that were present at the time. And so they got together and they created another organization. Over time, they actually came into contact with the actor Lloyd Nolan, who had a son named Jay. He was the first Hollywood personality to really publicly come out and say, I have a son on the autism spectrum. The folks here at the Autism Society, they renamed the organization in honor of Jay. The mission of Nolan Community Services is simply this: to change the world, one person at a time. What we're doing at Nolan is trying to change the term "those people" to "my neighbor." 1 in 36 live births are on the autism spectrum. There is no correlation between intelligence level and autism.
Nolan Community Services is proud to provide a wide array of support services to children and adults with autism and other developmental disabilities.
Nolan Community Services offers a portfolio of services customized to each individual. We provide supported living. We have adaptive skills training for children all the way up to adults. We provide independent living skills training. And of course, we provide employment services. Nolan is a pioneer in providing unique programs to help support individuals with autism to be successful. One of those is the Uniquely Abled Academy. We provide individualized training on CNC machines. They're trained on those machines, and then they are employed in companies that make those parts that we all depend on. Individuals who are gainfully employed are also now contributing with Social Security and taxes and all of the things that people often see as only receivers of those support. Fundamental to the way that Nolan provides services is what we refer to as the dignity model. We walk with individuals to support them to do it their way and to achieve their goals.
Nolan is just unique. We serve people in their homes, in their communities. We really meet them wherever they're at. Everything is individualized. It's one-on-one. We have been able to build amazing systems such as our circle of support. Many of our families are unaware of services or how to seek them. We are able to assist and help families seek those services. All these services provide guidance and access to support such as nutrition, outdoor resources that our community offers. About 1.5 years ago, Nolan identified the need to support individuals in more rural locations. So we opened an office in Salinas. We're now serving Monterey and Santa Cruz counties. We noticed the disparity in providing people services. We noticed that there were a lot of Hispanic families in these rural locations, and we needed to come in with their language and know their culture and be able to relate to them so that they could trust us, and that way we could provide quality support.
Nolan Community Services has grown significantly over the years, keeping the promise to provide long-term support to individuals and their families.
My experience began with Nolan about 35 years ago. I have a sister with disabilities. They had a program that operated on Saturdays. It was a way for her to socialize with other individuals and create community and friendships with people like herself. The services that Nolan provides are crucial to our community.
I'm the receptionist here at Nolan Community Services. Nolan has helped me a lot with coming out of my comfort zone and doing things that I never thought thought I would be doing in my life.
Jay Nolan has become a beacon of hope for the neurodiverse community, ensuring everyone has the opportunity to pursue their own hopes and dreams.
Why does Jay Nolan even exist? Well, as a neurodiverse individual myself, I can tell you that the right kind of support can change the trajectory of someone's life. We never stop looking for another way, another place, another opportunity to support people. We're going to continue to be innovative in approaching communities that are underserved. But to truly meet the mission to change community, we need more people. There are career opportunities here to have a meaningful impact and leave a legacy.
For more information about Jay Nolan Community Services, visit the website at jnolan.org or see this segment again on thebalancingact.com.
Up next, another story not to be missed.
Expect more from retirement. For many seniors, a life plan community offers just the right balance of maintenance-free living, social interaction, and peace of mind.
The vision for Morningside began in 1986 when a group of local doctors and businessmen saw a need for a retirement community to really address the expanding growth of the senior population here in Fullerton. Morningside's mission is to provide a secure, active, and elegant lifestyle for those seniors who want to retain their independence and have freedom of choice. We offer life-enhancing services, resort-like amenities and programs that will address the needs of a diverse individual, but really we provide more fun, more convenience, and more peace of mind.
Morningside of Fullerton combines the comforts of home with the convenience of life-enhancing services, while also putting a plan in place for your future healthcare needs.
A life plan community is definitely not your typical retirement community. You're really combining aspects of various types of communities in the same campus. So everybody's getting a beautiful new home, comes in various sizes and shapes and neighborhoods, a package of services that's pretty robust and just hardwired right into the neighborhood, and then access to long-term care if you ever need it, whether that's memory care, assisted living, or skilled nursing. And frankly, knowing that that care is there if you ever need it, and knowing that you're not going to have to come out of pocket, or your kids aren't going to have to come out of pocket to pay for that, offers a lot of peace of mind. People move into life plan communities at different ages. Technically, it's a community for people age 60 and older, and we do get people moving in their 60s and people moving in their 80s. Most people on average are moving in their 70s. You know, I joke that in your 60s, a lot of people still feel very immortal, but sometime in our 70s, we look around and people that used to be our age seem to be getting a little bit older, and we can look around the corner and say, you know, I probably want to be in a place where I'm prepared for some of these changes that are coming, and these communities provide for that. If you think of the senior housing industry, we talk about retirement communities, but there's really quite a spectrum. You have independent living or active adult communities for residents that don't really need a lot of services, even though there might be some nice to have services included. And then you have more care-based communities, assisted living, memory care, skilled nursing. What a life plan community really does is it wraps all of the best of each of those things onto one campus. You're getting great activities and food and fun things associated with an active adult community, and then the care is there if you ever need it. Rather than having to move each time your care needs change or those of your companion, you really get to take advantage of that all in one place and truly age in one location. Now, even among continuing care or life plan communities, there's different styles and things that you're going to want to pay attention to as you're looking. Type A, Type B, Type C. Without worrying about the technical, footnotes of all of these things, you really want to just get your head around this. Who's going to be paying for the care when I need it down the road? Type A communities are best in class, where all of the care is there and the community is going to provide for the cost, so you don't need to worry. Type B and Type C communities, you'll end up paying for a lot of the care, but at least they're there on site. So I'd say if you're looking at life plan communities, you're on the right path.
Morningside is for planners who think about what the future can hold, and they want to have a say in that plan when it comes to their long-term care.
Considering your retirement living options early on can save you time, frustration, and money.
People will come and they'll see Morningside. A lot of times they have friends who live here. And they'll say, wow, this is fantastic, but can I afford it? I'll just be straightforward. They're not the cheapest options out there. A lot of services and amenities are included, and so sometimes people look at the numbers and go, wow, can I afford that? The answer is, for most people, well, if you own your house here, you've paid off your mortgage, you have Social Security or some type of pension, then it probably works. But part of that dynamic is people have to stop and say, wow, when I move to a community like Morningside, what am I saving? I stop and I say, no more property taxes. No more homeowners insurance, my gas bill, water bill, trash bill, things start to add up. I'm spending less on groceries, I'm spending less going out to eat. And really the big compelling savings is somewhere outside of there for most of us is a very large long-term care bill. And families who choose to move to a community like Morningside don't have to worry about that anymore. That part of their estate is soundly protected. Some people look at this and say, okay, that's great. I like it, it's affordable, I can do this. But my plan is actually just gonna be stay in my house. And obviously that's probably everybody's fantasy, but educated people sit back and they recognize while we might want to do that, most Americans will not be able to stay in their home for the rest of their lives. And so it becomes a decision about timing and making sure that you're making a move while you're healthy, independent, and active. I remember when I first started in this business, I had my own preconceived notions about what a retirement community was. And within a few months, some of our residents challenged me and one of my young colleagues to a tennis game and beat us soundly. And that's really what you're looking for. You want to move to a community while you're active, well, healthy, when you can enjoy a lot of the services and still drive a lot of this yourself. If you wait until you need care, the circumstances associated with that move will be harder and somebody else will be making most of the decisions. Great life plan communities are available for people who are willing and courageous enough to make that move while they're young, healthy, and active. If you wait until you need care, a community like Morningside wouldn't be an option. One of the things that we need to consider as we age is getting access to the care that we're all eventually going to need. And I think as people start to do their homework, they realize that that can actually be an issue, getting access to really great care. And that's not just true here, but really throughout the state. One of the great things about a life plan community is you'll notice as soon as you take a tour, wow, the care centers associated with a great life plan community like Morningside are fundamentally different than what you see out in the industry. That care center was built for the residents of this community. And the quality and the nice trim and everything that you see here in Morningside, boy, it feels like you walked right through the same community into the care center. It's fundamentally different. And now I could tell you that it's great or that our health center team is great, and they are, don't get me wrong, but you don't have to take our word for it. The state of California is going to rank every care center every year. And each year, each of the communities that our team touches in California, 5-star, best in class. The promise of a life plan community like Morningside is not just that you're going to get access to care when you need it, but you're getting access to the best care. When people outside the community are looking for good options, you have one locked down and guaranteed.
Morningside offers more than 24 unique floor plans, just a short walk from robust recreational activities and fun social events.
At Morningside, we have 2 options of homes for you to choose from. We have 2 and 3 bedroom villas, which are single-story homes, which typically come 2 attached and include garages. They have beautiful patios, vaulted ceilings in the living room, and fully equipped kitchens. The second option are our apartment homes, which are really at the heart of the community. And they range in size from studios up to 3 bedroom, 2 baths, and they include full kitchens, or either a patio or balcony. We have over 24 unique floor plans to choose from, depending on the neighborhood you want to live in, the view you'd like, and even your price point.
More than just a place to live, it's a place to thrive.
What happens next? Come and see for yourself.
And I'm going to give you the same advice residents often tell me they wish they had received, which is, don't wait, come now.
To learn more, visit the website at morningsideoffullerton.com. Or to see this segment again, go to thebalancingact.com.
We all love sports, but who's really knocking it out the park? Take a look at this.
The world of gymnastics offers a long list of benefits for children and young adults. From the obvious physical strength and stamina to improving overall coordination and even boosting self-esteem and personal character values. Today, we'll get a chance to take a look inside the wonderful world of gymnastics with LA's own Gymnastics World.
My name is Coach Freddie Baheen, and I am the founder of Gymnastics World. My job here is to inspire the coaches so they can, in turn, inspire the kids, and we want to build children from inside out.
There's way more to gymnastics than just somersaults and cartwheels. Let's talk about some of the fundamental benefits that gymnastics offers.
The inherent difference between gymnastics and other sports is you cannot just join the sport and play right away like most other sports. It will bring out the best in you, but also expose some of your challenges that are emotionally based, such as fear, self-doubt, and performance anxiety. And under the right coaching staff, environment and right value sets, these kids will learn how to develop the tools so they can bypass all of these and achieve greatness. When you can prove to yourself that, oh my God, 6 months ago, I did not believe I could do this. A year ago, 5 years ago, I did not believe this was possible for me. But today I have it in my lap and I own it. In my opinion, creating options, creating opportunities for kids so they can have small pieces of success in an ongoing manner. That's what builds their self-esteem. We don't distinguish between our recreational classes, our beginner classes, and our team, competitive teams, because we believe that every child deserves the best quality gymnastics. But we do have beginner gymnastics classes starting at 2.5 years of age, all the way up to 16 and 17-year-olds. And we do have competitive boys and girls teams that compete nationally.
Over the years, there have been some stigmas and stereotypes associated with gymnastics in general. What are some of the misconceptions and myths you've had to put to rest?
One of the most common misconceptions that parents have about gymnastics is that gymnastics makes their kids short. Fortunately, that is not true. We do have on our team actually a couple of gymnasts that are 5'9", 5'11", and one that is 6'1". Gymnastics is a sport of patience, and because of that, anyone can go from step 1 to step 1.1, 1.2. We've had students where they were dreaming of doing a flip and they were in their 60s. This individual that we had took about 6 months and she accomplished her dream. She was able to do a backflip. We offer birthday parties, summer camps, camps in general, so we can invite children that are not usually exposed to gymnastics to our facility so they can enjoy the beauty of the sport.
As parents, we want our children to grow and have fun, but we also want to make sure that their safety comes first. What are some of the things that most parents seem to be concerned with when it comes to letting their child pursue gymnastics?
Some of the concerns that we've heard of from parents is usually safety. They're afraid that children may get hurt. The coaches that are savvy and understand the science behind the movements, they can break skills down correctly so injuries do not occur.
What are some of the things that parents should consider when it comes to picking the right facility?
What I would look for in choosing a gymnastics club for my own kids would be a top-down approach. I would look at the business owner, I would look at the head coaches, and also the coaches. I would look at how they're relating to the children, what their objective is in their teaching, and what the value system is in having that business. The value system that the owner has will pass on to the head coach and so on to the coaches. And also the mentality they have towards the gymnast matters.
So if you or your child have ever been interested in the wonderful world of gymnastics, let the caring people at Gymnastics World answer any other questions you may have.
What I like to tell some of my students is what stands between you and your dreams is not necessarily any special skills or talent. What matters is how you solve problems and challenges when they occur, how you go through them, and do you show up when times are tough and you feel like all hope is lost. That's what champions are made of. Get inspired and let's get to work.
For more information about Gymnastics World, visit their website at gymnasticsworld.com. And of course, visit our website at thebalancingact.com.
Thanks so much for joining us on this local edition of The Balancing Act. We'll see you next time.